Hey everybody. I'm a huge sports fan. I watch the WNBA, I watch golf, I watch football, baseball, basketball, hockey, I watch everything. And, I've been watching the WNBA for a while, probably since 1997. And the crazy thing that I'm noticing about the WNBA is that it's not, and I mean, it's not something that I've noticed recently, but, it's just something I have to speak about. But the WNBA has not been run correctly. And what I want to say is that they have this commissioner. I think her name is Kathy or something like that. And I think that she's been doing a horrible job. I mean, you look at the amount of talented players they have in the WNBA right now. You look at how these players know social media, how they're popular online, and just a bunch of things. And the game is more popular than ever. And the WNBA and even some of the players aren't being promoted properly. And it's almost like, they need somebody from the NBA to sit up and run the WNBA. Like, a person that maybe works with Adam Silver or something, because the WNBA is missing so many opportunities. I mean, if you look at the All Star game, if you look at, how they're promoting different players, if you look at, the content, I mean, why isn't the WNBA putting out more content? Even when you look at the games, as a fan, I don't even know when the games are coming on. It's just like you have to be somebody that comes across the game to know that they're playing. That's ridiculous. Like, people should know when games are coming on. They should know, the stories behind each player, where they're from, and just a lot of different things. And with the WNBA, it's just a big guessing game. Like, unless you're a person that really follows the WNBA, you have no idea when a game's coming on. Like, I watch a lot of, you know, in the past, I've watched a lot of games when they've had star players, but now you don't know when, Aja Wilson is playing, or when Paige is playing, or when Caitlin Clark is playing. Like, they do a bad job at promoting, when the games are coming on. Like, you see maybe a commercial about the WNBA here and there, but for the most part, you don't really see anything. And so, it's sad what's happening, because this is at a point in time when sports for women is becoming very popular. I don't care if it's soccer, I don't care if it's softball. Like, people are tuning in now because of social media. And, people want to know more about the players. But when you have a league that just, squanders all of these opportunities, it's hard for the league to grow. And so they really do need to get a new commissioner. I think her name is Kathy, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe get somebody who, has been in the NBA behind Adam Silver, maybe a few years, to actually run the WNBA. And I know that, people are so hung up on, oh, well, we have to have a woman, as a commissioner because it's a women's league, but you might need to get somebody from who's, worked with Adam Silver in the NBA. Might need to get a man to come in there and just fix things, because if not, the WNBA is going to continuously, keep on running behind. And it makes no sense when you have players like Caitlin Clark. I mean, you look at games, and if you look at the fans, they love Caitlin Clark. And if you look at what's going on right now, they're not promoting the WNBA, and they're not promoting her the right way. I mean, it's almost like the players have to promote themselves. And some of the another thing I saw was how they were protesting about being paid more money. Well, the thing is, it's just like they're not going to be paid more money if the league isn't, generating or any revenue. If people aren't coming to the games, if people aren't, saying, what, I want to, be a part of this thing. And so they need to have somebody that understands business, that can come in there and fix things, because it's horrible what's happening, especially at a time when you have so much excitement around the game. I mean, this is the time right now. This is the time. This is the perfect opportunity for the WNBA. Considering that you're looking at women's soccer that is, getting bigger. You look at all of these other sports where women are playing, that people are actually saying, oh, okay, let me, go to a game. Let me, follow this person's social media account. And right now, the WNBA is missing so many opportunities. I mean, even if you look at the All Star game, I mean, they try to switch up the format and things like that. But when you look at the skills challenge, I mean, some of the folks in the skills challenge, when it was what it was it the 3-point competition. I mean, there was a bunch of players that would have made sense to put in that competition. But again, I don't know what's going on with the league, and also the WNBA really needs to, I mean, just get itself together. I mean, maybe the players, maybe the WNBA needs to start listening to its star players. Maybe bring Caitlin Clark and some of the top players into the meeting room and just talk about things, because I think the players know what they want. I think the players can help improve the game, and they've been doing things to improve and get their stories out and get media attention. But the WNBA is just not, they're not doing a good job. They're not at the day. I mean, if you look at the NBA, with the NBA, you know where the players are from, you know what college they went to, you know all of these different things. But with the WNBA, we don't even know the stories. Like, you don't even know where these folks are from. You don't even know what college they've been to. It's just, there's so many different, I don't know what it is, but they definitely need to work on, generating some money. I would say work on promoting the game, pushing out content online. Like, they need to sit back, study the NBA, and take a page out of the NBA's book on how to do things and run things and promote players, and just take a few different concepts and business tactics from the NBA. That's the only way the WNBA is going to improve. I mean, this whole like gender war thing, like, oh, well, we want a league that's, different from what the men are doing and all this other stuff. That's nice. But the NBA actually has a proven strategy, and they have business tactics that actually work. And so the commissioner needs to, I don't know, consult with some folks from the NBA on how to run the WNBA. So in the comment section, let me know how you feel. And in my opinion, the WNBA needs a new commissioner. And this lady, I think her name is Kathy, she needs to step down, or, they need to get, fire her, whatever they need to do. But she doesn't need to be the commissioner of the WNBA anymore. She's been doing a horrible job so far, in my opinion. But let me know how you feel in the comment section.